I grew up on the best block in Mesa, Arizona, East Enid Avenue. Maybe it was the best block in the state or even the whole country. Maybe it wouldn't have been to you, but it was to me. Several families had kids around my age, and their parents became second sets of parents to me. We watched out for each other. What one mom or dad couldn't do, one of the others probably could. I loved to run around barefoot. And in the 110-degree summers where the asphalt turns to lava, I just learned to run across the street faster and land in the cool grass under the shade of the across-the-street neighbor's big puffy tree. We drank from front yard hoses and rode our bikes up and down the street, pretending our bikes were cars, and we were driving to work or to the bank or to the mall. It didn't matter how hot or sunny it was. We played until the Arizona cloudless sky turned colors from bright blue to orange to purple and pink, and eventually the streetlights came on, and then everyone knew playtime was done, and it was time to go home for dinner. We were trusted to roam our street freely for hours and hours. The parents knew there were homes and other parents along the street that we could turn to if we needed help or just a drink from their garden hose. My mom kept a very welcoming home. Anyone and everyone was welcome at any time. She was happiest when there was company and she could feed them and visit with them. We had several family members live with us over the course of the decades we lived on East Enid Avenue. Our home was a place where people knew they could show up and have a meal and a place to sleep if they needed it. Could be for overnight or for months at a time. My mom worked full-time and managed all 5 of us kids, and my dad worked the swing shift, so he made sure we all got to school, but was not there to help with after-school playtime or dinner time. My 4 older brothers were almost all teenagers by the time I completely surprised my parents by, number 1, being conceived at all, since my mom thought she was starting menopause at age 39, and number 2, they were even more surprised that I was a girl. Finally, a girl after 4 boys. A memory that stands out about my mom and our street took place on my mom's birthday, somewhere around 1989, when I would have been 4, almost 5 years old. It was the end of October, so the air and the pavement were just mildly warm, and the sun didn't bake your skin when you couldn't find shade to walk under or rest. My mom, in true mom fashion, had decided to bake herself some cupcakes for her own birthday. I observed her putting these together, and she must have told me they were to celebrate her birthday. She probably didn't even notice when I went outside and rallied my friends with a mission in mind. Because my mom was so welcoming and generous, I guess I just assumed that she would want to share her cupcakes with all of my neighborhood friends. My friends and I walked up and down East Enid Avenue and invited all the neighborhood kids to my mom's birthday party that she didn't even know she was having. I think one of the neighbor moms called my mom and said, "Did you know that Melody and the girls are going around inviting everyone to your birthday party?" That had certainly not been my mom's intention, but as usual, she took it in stride and figured we were just being silly girls. Little did she know that the promise of a delicious birthday cupcake must have been extremely enticing, because once those cupcakes were done, kids started showing up at the door, ready for the party and a yummy birthday cupcake. I can't tell you what kind they were, and I can't recall how they smelled coming out of the oven. But I do remember my mom being surprised when neighborhood kids actually started showing up for her party. I imagine she had baked the cupcakes wanting to savor them and have them just for our family. But instead of getting mad and scolding me, she laughed and delighted in all the neighborhood kids coming over to celebrate her birthday with her, and she gladly shared all of her cupcakes.